restaurants are open on the Treasure Coast. And it's exciting for restaurant owners. It's a whole different weird avenue. And one of them is Chef Luca Fontanarosa from Sicily, as a matter of fact. He owns Corleone's Ristorante Italiano in Port St. Lucie. Chef was actually in the IT world for a long time, but something about being Italian, you know, your roots are in Italy. That's where food is. That's where wine is. That's where cooking is. And I'm seeing, I think my uncle Bill Iezzi, I-E-Z-Z-I. We're from the Abruzze region of Italy. So Chef Luca and I probably have, you know, maybe relatives or something over in the old country. Let's find out. Chef Luca, welcome to the show. Let's bring him in, I think. Is he there? Okay. Hey, Chef. Bonjour.
Ciao.
Ciao.
How are you?
So today is day 2. You were open last night. I want to know
We were
all
open last night. Yes, we fired the engines.
You guys, last week, when you announced the fact that you were going to be opening on Monday, May 4th, you had a whole list of, you know, the precautions and how you were going to do it. You know, a lot of restaurant owners I've talked to really don't even have a clue yet. But you had the procedures and the fact that you're going to have this many tables inside and they were going to be this far apart. Why don't you tell everybody what the safety measures, because what I'm seeing is people are still afraid to go to a dine-in restaurant.
Yes, you're right. I spoke to many of our guests last night. I have to say that the majority of them told me that they were comfortable in eating inside. Now, I don't know whether it's our restaurant or they will feel comfortable eating at other restaurants, and know if they were aware of the measures that I took as far as sanitizing the whole place and whatnot. But I was pleasantly surprised to hear that, because it means that they themselves are seeing light at the end of the tunnel, that there's hope, that you know, the world is not going to end because of this virus. We just have to be cautious and do what we're doing, and everything will be okay.
So you have a small restaurant in the first place. You guys opened July 2018. Is that correct?
Yes.
So
yeah.
you're fairly new to the scene. You've only been through one summer. What people, I'm not sure if they know, I mean, you guys, restaurant owners, depend on the period from November to around Mother's Day. That's where you make your money. Then during the summer, you hold on for dear life. but season ended early. It ended 2 months early. However, I was very, very, very pleasantly pleased that you made it, even though you're so new, because that's really, really hard to do. You must have some really heartfelt and heavy support from the community, and your food must be freaking fantastic. I haven't been there yet, but that's really hard to do, is to close your doors when you're so new. You don't have a ton of money in the coffers, I would imagine, after only being open a year.
That's true. That's true.
You made it through what is the unimaginable. And do you think you're going to be able to make it through the whole summer?
I have reasons to believe at this point that everything will be okay. I'm just thinking that we have managed to overcome this crisis, and at this point, and it was certainly something that I would probably say happens once in a lifetime, something of this magnitude.
Yeah.
If we have managed to do well despite the crisis, then I really do think that our business model supports carrying us through the summer and the summers to come.
It's good.
So I believe, I'm hopeful that we will be okay.
Like I said, I was so pleased to hear that you were still coming out on the other side, because when this thing, like I said to Scott, when this thing started 46 days ago, I didn't know how many of the little guys were ever going to make it this far, but everybody kind of pivoted. Everybody switched gears. And that's innovation, and that's entrepreneurialism, and that's a good product, a quality product, and a base that loves you. So that's what helps the little guys to make it through this. Now, you have a relatively small restaurant. How many seats are normally in your restaurant?
We can sit 52 in the
52.
dining room.
So
52.
25% of that is what? 2
16.
people? 16. So it's 4 tables.
Yeah, we have 5 tables inside, but we only allow for 4 tables to be seated. We use the 5th one more for arranging the tables just in case that there's bigger parties, like last night.
So, and the way you're doing it is you're doing it in seatings, because walk-ins might be weird because there might not be a table that have to wait because you'd only have 4 tables.
Yes, last night we were lucky to be able to accommodate a couple of walk-ins, I believe.
Phone
But
ringing. Hang on. I'm on the air. Gotta go. Hold on. Bye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was distracted for a moment.
No problem. No, we were able to accommodate some walk-ins, a couple, I believe. But like I posted on my Facebook page, we'll treat walk-ins, on a is something available basis. So that means it's reservations only. That will allow us to plan accordingly, making sure that social distancing is respected and followed, and all the rules that I put in place at my restaurant are also followed. So I forget to tell people that are walking in that they cannot come because it is not safe, and that would also jeopardize
to turn business away.
Yeah.
I can see a little bit across the screen. It's Olympia Zuccarelli, who owns Zuccarelli's, which is one of the longest standing Italian restaurants in West Palm Beach. She says to you, "That's amazing. Happy hearing this." I'm not sure because you're up in Port St. Lucie, but Zuccarelli's has been around for, I think, about 40 years here in West Palm. And Olympia, we'll have you on sometime. So what I love is that the restaurant community is all coming together. There's no, come to my Italian restaurant, go to you. There's no, everybody's, it's a whole unity thing. You're all in this together, right?
That is true. That is true. There has been some sort of brotherhood that has been established, to help us through this crisis. I've had restaurant owners call me for some advice. I called some restaurant owners for advice. I said, "What are you doing today, and how you plan on overcoming this and whatnot?" And we exchanged ideas on how to go on, how to move on from this, and make the best of it. And I have to say that it's also something that's really good because it helps the restaurant community to grow also under that aspect.
Yeah. Laura was there last night. She waited for 45 days to have a date night with her husband, JC. And we're going to put up some pictures. Ruby's got some pictures that we went through a couple of photo albums, and we're going to throw up some random pictures and we'll just talk about them. Okay. So there's Laura and JC. First night out. How did you feel when they came in and you had people in your restaurant? Back to normal?
It was very strange. I was certainly happy to see my friends, welcome them back personally. But it was also surreal because I'm used to have a restaurant full of tables and full of people, and it's strange to see a restaurant dining room that is pretty much empty, and it feels almost like you're in your dining room at home, and you say, "Okay, hey, come in for a quick dinner, a quick bite." So it still doesn't feel like operating under normal circumstances. We're certainly aware that that's something that is going on and that we need to be extra careful.
Well, it's phase
All of
one, so we take baby steps, because we want to be
Yeah.
careful, and people are still wary about going out. However, there are some that are like, "Hey, I don't care. I can't stand my husband anymore. I'm leaving the house. I'm gonna go eat out somewhere." So they do.
Yes, no, absolutely. We had reservations booked literally minutes after the governor announced that we were going to reopen for phase one.
Wow.
I believe we booked our 6 p.m. seating, and within 1 hour of that announcement.
Awesome.
So that was
That's saying
unbelievable.
something, and I really think that's really good for the future, because if people, and I say, just everybody be careful, practice safety, whether you're the consumer or, of course, the restaurant owner, and you have to be under strict safety measures anyway. But just, be safe. But I think people are going to be ready, especially they're going to be ready to support local coming out of this. And if you have great food and you're local, I think you're going to be in a very big winning position. And speaking of great food, let's show some of the food. You do homemade gnocchis?
We do.
Ah!
Like that. The swirl.
You do? Oh, my grandmother used to teach me with the fork and also with the 2 fingers or the thumb.
Yeah.
Rolling it out. Oh, we have to have a gnocchi making contest. Ruby, can you show us some of Luca's delicious food? Oh, okay. Tell us what this is.
So, okay, so that one there is the fettuccine. It's a vegetarian dish. Fettuccine with peppers and asparagus, and there's I believe the lemon. It was something that all my specials are created literally the same day that I put them out. And it always happens as I'm hungry and I want to eat something and I'm bored of eating always the same thing. So I'm like, what can I do today? I feel like eating something different. So I start putting things in a pan and saute it, and then I add some pasta to it and I taste it and it's good. And I'm like, I think our guests will probably like this stuff. So that's how these dishes are created.
And do you go more Northern Italian or Southern Italian? You're from Sicily, so.
Yeah, born and raised in Sicily, but in our restaurant we span across the region. We do northern dishes like the risottos, the veal Milanese style.
Oh wait, I think we have a picture of the veal Milanese. Ruby,
we have done polenta.
That's not it, but that looks good too. That's the which is this? The Riggi's.
That's the penne with the bolognese ragu.
Oh, that looks so good. I want now. There we go. Oh, arancini.
Oh, that's the arancini. That's typical from Sicily.
Arancini are rice balls, and there's the risotto. What's that? Wait.
No, this one here is actually a burger. It's the Corleone Burger. Yeah, something that I also It's interesting. I had one of our regulars come in and said it would be interesting if you could do a burger for takeout. I think people would probably appreciate that because not a whole lot of burger places are open, and there's really not a whole lot of good burgers around right now. So why don't you do something? I said, I don't know. It's not really Italian, but I will think about it. So I put up with a burger, and it was pretty successful. I made I think like 30 of them, and they sold out. So
good
for an Italian place selling burgers. I mean, that's that was certainly
You're
different.
doing something right. You're doing something right. So what? Mother's Day is coming up. Are you already sold out for Mother's Day?
Yes, we pretty much are. There's still room for some tables. I think at 4 and 7:30.
Okay.
But the 6 looks like it's already booked. So I'm thinking about some specials to do on that weekend. I haven't thought about it because so much has been going on lately. But I will post an announcement on my Facebook page in a day or so.
Okay, and we have your website. It's Luca is from Corleone Ristorante Italiano in Port St. Lucie. Open for dine-in now. Also still open for takeout. And by reservation only, following very, very strict standards. The website is here, corleonesrestaurant.com. But you're very active on your Facebook page, always letting your people know what's going on, posting pictures and messages right from you. And, you know, chef owned is the way to go. Local is the way to go. And that's why we're here. And I wish you all the best. And your second anniversary will be coming up in July. And I will be coming up to eat gnocchi with you.
Great. Sounds great. If I may say just something before I go, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported us through this coronavirus crisis. You can have the best food in the world, but if you don't have the people that will come and that are loyal to you, then there's no way that neither I or anyone else would have made it. So thank you, everyone, for supporting us and for supporting the local restaurants.
Very well said. Thank you so much, Chef Luca, and good luck to you. And congratulations on a job very, very, very well done.
Thank you.
Take care. Ciao.
Bye.